Here are the 7 best uses for baking soda in your garden. Of the many different chemical compounds we probably have lying around the house, few are as common as baking soda. Although this chemical's explicit use is, supposedly, as a leavening agent in baking, many households have found out that it's incredibly useful for a variety of other purposes as well. If you've ever had a stubborn sink or bathtub that needed cleaning, baking soda was probably the answer, or if you had a deep stain in the carpet that just wouldn't come out. Maybe you've even used it on your teeth to keep them shiny and pearly white. Still, many people don't know that baking soda also has some great uses outside of the house. More specifically, it can be put to your use in your gardening beds as well in ways that you may never have heard of. Before going into the video, we've just printed more copies of what is probably the best plant medicine book ever written, The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. You'll find 800 plus beneficial plants and remedies in The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies, how-to recipes of tinctures, teas, decoctions, essential oils, syrups, salves, poultices, infusions, and many other natural remedies that our grandparents used for centuries. What's also special about this book is that it has between 2 and 4 color pictures for each plant and detailed identification guidelines to make sure you've got the right plant. So get your copy by clicking the first link in our description. Now let's get into today's video. Without any further ado, here are 7 of the best ways to use baking soda in your garden. 1. It can be used as a pesticide. For those of us who are thrifty, or environmentally conscious, buying chemical pesticides is a pretty undesirable option. Although we don't want our gardens to get eaten up by bugs and other critters, we also don't want to risk having poison leak into the ground or get carried into our home. Fortunately, you can make a safe and effective pesticide with baking soda. All you have to do is mix a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and a couple of drops of liquid soap in a gallon of water. Put it in a spray container and apply it gently to your garden every 3 days, it will definitely keep the bugs away. 2. Stop ant infestations right at the source. Similarly, you can target ants specifically if you use a mixture of 5 teaspoons of baking soda, 5 teaspoons of confectioner's sugar and a teaspoon of water. The ants will be attracted to the sugar and eat it, though the baking soda they'll eat with it will be fatal. Pour your mixture on any anthills you might find and add a little bit of vinegar. The last step will be sure to get any surviving ants. 3. Try it out as a fungicide. If your garden or the general climate near your home is particularly damp, your gardens may start to grow unwanted fungi that can be tricky to get rid of. Fortunately, baking soda provides an easy solution. All you have to do is mix 4 teaspoons of baking soda into a gallon of water. Use the mix to water the problem areas in the garden. It's particularly helpful for spot fungus on roses or for grapes and other fruit growing on a vine. 4. Use it to check the pH of your garden soil. Rather than buying a pH kit specifically, you can use baking soda to get a general read of how acidic or alkaline your soil is. To do this experiment, get 2 samples of soil in different containers from your garden. On the side, have a half cup of vinegar and a half cup of baking soda ready. Next, pour your vinegar into one of the samples and see if it bubbles. If it does, your soil is above pH 7, meaning it's alkaline. If it doesn't react, take your other sample and add in your baking soda along with half a cup of water. If that one bubbles, your soil is below pH 7, or somewhat acidic. 5. Use it to clean your garden decorations. Just as you use it inside your house, baking soda does wonders to clean whatever trinkets and decorations you may have sitting in your garden, and it won't harm the local wildlife, either. Just sprinkle it onto whatever surface you want to clean and wash it off with a damp cloth. Your decorations should be good as new. 6. Apply it to your plants to get rid of mildew. Just like the tip about fungus, baking soda can also kill off mildew that can rot your plants, fruits and vegetables in particular. All you have to do is mix a tablespoon of baking soda with 2.5 tablespoons of horticultural oil in a gallon of water. Put it in a bottle and spray it on your plants to give them a protective layer against mildew. 7. Make your tomatoes a little sweeter with it. Tomatoes become sweeter when they grow in soil that is less acidic, so why not give it a try? All you have to do is sprinkle baking soda lightly onto the soil they're growing in and let it absorb naturally. When they're finally ready to eat, they should have a sweeter and more tart flavor than you may be used to. And don't forget to check out the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies book, where you'll find 800 plus beneficial plants and remedies on how to recipes of tinctures, teas, decoctions, essential oils, syrups, salves, poultices, infusions, and many other natural remedies that our grandparents used for centuries. What's also special about this book is that it has between 2 and 4 color pictures for each plant and detailed identification guidelines to make sure you've got the right plant. So get your copy by clicking the first link in our description.